That was good.
Yeah.
Hi, and welcome to the Our Sister podcast. I'm Lauren.
And I'm Georgia.
And it's episode 39.
Yeah.
And episode 38 still hasn't been posted.
Yes. But... Sorry for the delay on that. My computer issues have been resolved, so it's on its way. Probably about the same time as this episode.
Yeah, it'll be a little two-parter, maybe.
Kinda. Yeah.
Well, you didn't really miss much in episode 38, so if you didn't watch it, it's okay.
I was super tired and, not speaking.
It felt like it was, 1 in the morning, but it was only, 10 at night.
Yeah.
It was a long week.
It was. Yep.
Yeah, so it's Friday, May 29th. I can't believe June is going to be here in a couple of days.
It's unreal.
It's blowing my mind a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
It's like summer now, officially, almost, yeah?
I know.
June 21st?
Well, it's like summer has... Oh, that's right.
I don't know.
So, 3 weeks or so?
Yeah.
But, being in school still, I get a 4-month summer. So today I was just thinking the summer's already a quarter of the way over.
Oh, sadness.
It was sad.
I mean, thinking that way too.
A quarter's nothing. There's still 3 quarters.
Yeah.
But I was also kind of summer, it's almost over.
Mm-hmm.
Can't wait to not be a student anymore.
No.
It's going to be so sweet.
Take it for advantage, because then you'll only get maybe a couple weeks vacation a year.
I guess that's... Well, it's not like I'm on vacation. I'm working.
Yeah, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways.
So, this has just been a chat. Should we start our stories?
I guess so. I don't really have a lot to talk about this week. Just a couple events going on around Toronto.
Mm-hmm. And I've got a quick art news internet phenomena story.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll just mention Way Home scheduled. Way Home has their schedule for the weekend coming out on June 2nd, so that's on Tuesday.
Oh, okay, so that's what that email was.
Yeah, so we'll be able to see who's playing Friday, Saturday, Sunday, which I'm looking forward to, because now that I'm working on the Friday, or no, I'm off on the Friday, so I can go out. Okay. It's all good. Never mind.
Perfect. Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah, so I'm wondering who to go see.
Yeah,
when.
we'll have to print out and do our...
Get the highlighter out.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
That's
coming up.
Yeah, I know. I've got to book those days off. I can't decide if I should take off Monday as well. How late's it going to go on Sunday?
I don't know, but I'm going to have to work Monday. Unless it's Neil Young playing on the Sunday night.
Yeah, true.
I might just leave early. Okay. Or drive to work from early on the Monday.
Oh, yeah. The schedule comes out Tuesday, so I'll wait till the schedule before I book my days.
There you go.
I'm glad that you actually read that email, because I got the Way Home email announcement this afternoon, and it said about the schedule.
Yeah.
And then I scrolled through the email. I was like, where's the schedule?
Yeah. June 2nd.
No, I didn't read.
A little teaser. Also, happening this weekend, which it'll be too late when this comes out, so maybe I'll post it on our Facebook.
We always do that.
Yeah.
We're going to get a better system.
Yeah, we are actually going to start posting the podcast on a different day of the week so that our weekend updates are actually relevant.
Yes. Oh, man.
Wouldn't that be nice?
That would be so nice.
We wouldn't just be saying, oh, this is happening, but it'll be too late for you to go by the time you watch it.
We won't be saying, this is what we did last weekend.
Yeah.
That's a week ago.
Yeah.
And this is what we're doing this weekend that you'll be too late to go to. So, it'll be good.
It'll work out.
Yeah.
Anyway, so happening this weekend is Sing, the Toronto Vocal Arts Festival. And I was just like, wow, this is kind of very much in line with Pitch Perfect, the a cappella singing festival. So for all of you peeps that like Pitch Perfect as much as I do, you should go check this out. Weekend passes range between the $40 to $60 range. I think for a weekend pass was $40, maybe. I don't know. It was a little expensive, but if that's the kind of thing that you float your boat, then
cool.
You wouldn't mind dishing out the bucks to go see some people sing a cappella.
Yeah.
I just thought that was cool. Yeah. That's this weekend. Taking place all around different little parts of Toronto. I know the Distillery District was part of it, and who doesn't love going there?
I need to go.
It's awesome. Yeah, we should go. We should go there one day.
Yeah. Tour Mill Street.
Yeah. I know they have in the Mill Street brew pub. They have acts play there every now and then.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, some live entertainment. So that's nice. I wish they had more venues around there. It's not too far from Cool House and all that. I mean, rest in peace, Cool House. But
sad times.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, I was gonna say.
Want me to just finish?
Well, I don't know.
Not much. I'll just finish.
Okay.
Also, big summer for music festivals. It seems every year there's like more and more that pop up out of nowhere. Um, but this one's been around for quite a while. Burlington Sound of Music Festival. I think it actually used to be in Hamilton, the Sound of Music Festival, and then they moved it to Burlington for whatever reason. It's just that much closer to Toronto. Maybe they thought they'd get more people. Who knows? Anyways, that's happening June 18th to 21st, and it's free. So right before, well, no, Way Home's in July, so not right before Way Home, but a little festival in June if you want to go check it out.
Cool.
The kickoff concert's happening June 13th from 3 to 11 p.m. And tickets for that, I think, are $60. Performing is Weezer, Our Lady Peace, Collective Soul, Finger 11, and there was 2 more bands. So, yeah, cool. Weezer and Our Lady Peace. I think, and you don't hear too much about Our Lady Peace anymore.
Yeah.
But, like, last night, Rain Maida had a show with his wife, Chantal Kreviazek, in Toronto.
Oh,
so, I don't know. They pop up here and there, and then they fade away again.
Yeah.
The Sound of Music Festival, the free one that you can go to, some of the bands playing are David Wilcox, classic, Colorado, Loverboy, Shad, The Tea Party, and there was a couple others. But I was actually more excited about the openers that they had listed because I recognized more names in that list. Freedom Train, who I've mentioned on the podcast before, they're a cover band from Hamilton. They are so good. They're like better than the original band. Yeah, they're just awesome. They're going to be there playing. Lily Frost, who I've been hearing a lot of on Jazz FM, and she's really, really good. Cardboard Crowns, who actually went to, well, some of them I went to school with at Fanshawe. Emmanuel Jal, who I saw at Juno's, the Juno Fest thing that Georgia and I were at.
Oh, yeah.
And the Zillies and Sons of Revelry, who are both from Hamilton and acquaintances. So,
oh, sweet.
Yeah, I'm,
you know. Such an insider.
Yeah, got my contacts. Yeah, so that's free. So I might check it out that weekend. I've never been, and apparently it's like if you live in the area, you gotta go at least once. So that's what I'm gonna do.
Cool. Well, before I get into this story, I'm going to change our battery.
Oh yeah.
Try to make it look like you're sitting in the same spot. All right, so you've probably heard about this story. It's been floating around the internet, and if you spend as much time online as I have, you've seen it multiple times. But I actually looked into it today. It's about the artist Richard Prince and his Instagram pictures. He's an appropriation artist, so this is kind of his area. He takes stuff and uses it as his own, modifies it a little bit. But this exhibition happened in the fall, in September, and there was a bit of a backlash about it, but it sort of resurfaced in the media again because of some people's response to it that's happened more recently. So essentially the exhibition was 38 images. They were all taken from his Instagram feed. They're other people's photos, and he left comments on them or liked them and screenshot that and then printed them on canvases and put them in the gallery.
He didn't do anything with the pictures?
No.
Like, he didn't add anything to them?
He didn't add anything to them other than comments.
Well, that's stupid. That's just a stupid idea. That's not even art.
That's where the controversy happens. And, so he didn't ask for permission from the people whose Instagrams it was.
Right.
He just added his comments, which are kind of awkward because he's, nearly 70. It's kind of like when your parents comment on something on Facebook and you're like, yeah, that was a little bit awkward, but, you participated.
Yeah.
And these works have been selling for almost $100,000.
Is this guy, well known for doing something else, or is he just well known for this? Because who would pay $100,000 for an Instagram picture?
He's had big art sales in the past. He is kind of a big name, and he does work in appropriation art. He has won cases where artists, other photographers or something have come and said, no, you're using my work and I should get money for that use.
Like a royalty.
But he won the case, that previous case, which was a few years ago, because visual art, you only have to modify something 30%.
Right, so we've talked about that before.
We have talked about that, yeah. So he had changed it enough that the judge ruled that it was fair use, essentially. And so if he's won a case like that, where he actually sort of painted on top of photographs before why not just take stuff from Instagram and put a little comment, put it in the gallery. Yeah, so that had all sort of died down, but now it's come back because a couple of the girls, I should mention that essentially all of the images are of women. A lot of them kind of like scantily clad and stuff.
Oh, okay.
So on top of that, Patty Johnson, who I've mentioned before, she's one of the founders of Art F City, which is sort of a New York blog thing, and I'm pretty sure she's from Guelph. So
yeah,
she's a cool lady.
Yeah.
Anyway, she did a review back in October, I think it was, when the exhibition was still on. Just sort of saying, like, this is kind of a sexist exhibition, because you didn't ask any of these people. Most of them are, like, scantily clad women. And also, cut and paste art isn't that relevant anymore, except to people who have spent a lot of money on appropriation art. You know, like, she sort of felt in the trajectory of art and art history, this is not important. We already know you can take stuff from people, tweak it a little bit, and make it your own. It's been happening for years and years. Like, he has been compared to Andy Warhol, but people have come back and said the difference is that Andy Warhol is stealing from a corporation. Andy Warhol was taking from big companies and appropriating their work and hand making these mass-produced things. That was what was interesting. Whereas Prince is taking from culture and upselling it to wealthy people.
Yeah, that's messed.
Yeah.
Like, what kind of comments would he write?
Just kind
of creepy.
Kind of creepy, yeah. And then it's not like he gave the person a chance to reply. He wrote his weird comment, screenshot it, and then put it up. It's like almost like trolling. He gets the last word. You know?
That's so, like...
It's weird.
Like, I think everybody, like, on Instagram, you can set your thing to private, so you have to approve everyone who follows you. And I think everyone should do that, just so you don't get...
Stuff like that.
I know tons of people just love to have all the followers that they can possibly get their hands on. But at the same time, it's like, why do you want all these strangers looking at your photos? Yeah. If you're posting things that you're just doing on a daily basis.
Right.
Like...
I mean, I also think it's an interesting reminder that with these sites, like the same with Facebook, if you're posting photos, you don't own those photos like Facebook does or Instagram does. Yeah. And there have been cases where advertisements have used photos from people's Facebook accounts and stuff like that. So I think it's sort of an interesting reminder in that respect that, like, yeah, he can do what he wants
and
with
like
these photos,
the whole
essentially.
Catfishing thing where people set up fake profiles using
other people's photos and stuff.
Like, yeah, it's weird, but you can't, like, sue them or anything.
Okay, so let me tell you why this is important since the fall. A couple of the women depicted in these photographs have gotten together and they've been creating the same canvases of the same images with his comment. They're doing, essentially making exactly what he's hung in the gallery wall.
Like a knockoff?
Yeah. They're selling them for $90 and all the profits are going to charity. So they're devaluing his work. Like, yes, his name is attached to those pieces, but they're making pretty much exactly the same thing and selling it for cheaper. So there's more on the market, more people have access to it, so the value of his is lower.
Yeah. Is
the idea. And that just happened, I think, yesterday or today. These women set up this shop, so it's pretty cool. They're the SuicideGirls, and like Miss Suicide is sort of leading it. She's the one who compared him to Warhol, and talked about stealing from corporations and stuff like that. She's also said he's stealing from the masses and feeding it to the rich.
So, like, how big would these things be? Okay, so, and they just look like my iPhone thing on Instagram?
Yeah.
Okay, that I wouldn't want that hanging in my house. Like, that would just be ugly.
That's another thing from Patty Johnson's review, is that they're just the 72 DPI images. So that's 72 is resolution for screen. It's not meant for photos. Like, if I was to print a photo, I would print it in 300 DPI. So on the wall, they're like pixely and crappy and terrible. He's just straight from. So I think it's interesting in reminding us, yes, we don't own these images, and because he's commented on them, he's involved in the internet process and has made a contribution, that means that he will probably not lose a case where someone decides to sue him. But where was I going with that?
I don't know.
But I don't think, like Patty Johnson said, in the trajectory of art and art history, I don't think this advances anything. It just pisses people off.
Yeah.
So essentially the troll comment, accurate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Messed up. I would like to know who would buy those. I'm just picturing in my head, and I know this is a bad stereotype to make, but like those like trendy bachelor pad dudes who just are looking for something that they think is cutting edge to hang on their wall, and they usually buy like a massive entire wall piece, and they now have like this Instagram shot boobs.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's just what I think, but yeah, I would really like to know who spent $100,000 on an Instagram picture.
Yeah.
I heard about that on the radio though.
Yeah.
Yeah, yesterday morning.
So it's interesting to see where it goes. Like, I agree with Patty Johnson. I think like it was late in the game to do something like this. Like we already know about the internet and what's out there and what you can take from the internet, and I don't think it's necessary to make a piece like this.
There was something like that not long ago where somebody took pictures and they like graffitied on them or something, and people were like, "Oh, that's my picture. All you did was put graffiti on it."
Right.
Yeah, I forget what that was for.
There was another project, and I should have looked it up because I was thinking about it when I wrote my notes, but there was an artist who printed out, this is like in the height of Flickr, printed it, like, used the tag sunset. Everyone's taking pictures of sunsets. Like, everyone's like, oh, sunset, I want to keep it forever. So they used the tag sunset, and they printed out, it was ongoing, every photo on Flickr of a sunset, and essentially filled a gallery, like, just with, like, snapshot size prints of all these photos.
Wow.
So that, I think, is a more interesting comment. It's not specifically pointing to a person's photo
it's
and
more
saying,
about the
look at this
overall
photo. It's like,
thing.
Look at the internet and what it is amassing in physical form. It's essentially just, like, heaps of these photos. And it was, like, you had to walk on them to get through the gallery. Like, I think that's a far more interesting thing to do with internet stuff.
Yeah.
And less about, look at this person's photo, and more about, like, look at all these people's photos. I think that's the important thing about the internet, is, like, there can be so many people contributing to it, and it's, like, a unifying thing, you know, to be able to say, look at all of these people's pictures of sunsets is way more valuable to them to be like, look at this picture of a model with no top on.
Yeah.
And I left a creepy comment on it. Now spend $100,000 on this.
Yeah.
So, yeah. What are your thoughts?
Yeah. Let us know, please.
Yeah. That's all I had to talk about today.
Cool. Me too.
Okay. So I guess we will see you next week for episode 40.
We're getting there. 4 cupcakes.
4 cupcakes. After that, we're not going to have enough hands.
We're going to have to put them on our head.
Oh my god. Okay.
All right.
I'm looking forward to editing that.
Okay. Well, we still got another 10
weeks.
So,
yeah.
All
right.
Oh, geez, 10 weeks. It's going to be like Christmas.
No.
No, but.
It's going to
close.
be July.
All right.
See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.